New out just in the past couple of hours, a big announcement from Softbank saying that they're going to do an equity share swap agreement with Deutsche Telekom, German company acquiring 45 million call options in T-Mobile from Softbank. In return, Softbank is going to be getting 225 million newly issued Deutsche Telekom shares. And joining us now, a new board member of Deutsche Telekom in an exclusive interview is Softbank Group International CEO Marcelo Claure. Marcelo, it's great to see you. It's a fascinating transaction this morning. We should say Softbank stock is moving higher, materially higher on this news. Take us behind the scenes a little bit about what's driving this. Deutsche Telekom had come out publicly and said that they would love to own a majority stake eventually in T-Mobile, and this seems to be a step in that direction. But from the Softbank perspective, what's happening?
So good to see you, Andrew. It's been a while. This has been a transaction in the making where we like to say it's a win-win transaction. Deutsche Telekom had expressed an interest in enhancing their equity ownership in T-Mobile in the U.S. And, we struck a deal that I think it's incredibly good for SoftBank. First and foremost, it allows the SoftBank portfolio companies access to a new market, to the European market. When you look at Deutsche Telekom combined customers, they have over 240 million customers. And as part of this agreement, our portfolio companies are going to have access to basically grow within the European market, which is something great and something we're looking forward, as we've learned that what we've done in Japan, that telcos have a unique way of powering for digital companies so we can gain higher market share at the same time be able to have lower customer acquisitions cost. So first and foremost, we're really proud of the partnership we have struck with Deutsche Telekom. It's great, and now we got to get to work. And we're already talking to three companies, right? One that Revolut, the other one Tier, which is a micromobility company, and third GoStudent, which is the leading edtech platform in Europe. And they're going to start working immediately with Deutsche Telekom, and I'm sure you're going to see incredible growth from those companies. So very happy about that. As it relates to the economic rationale, this is something that we wanted to do. From the last transaction, we had fixed options that really had no upside. So we have swapped the vast majority of those options into ownership of Deutsche Telekom. And I'm a big believer that Deutsche Telekom is a company that's undervalued and that has a lot of potential in the future as they're able to execute the plan they have set forward. So now we have upside on Deutsche Telekom. At the same time, most of our shares were locked. We were not allowed to finance or to get any economic benefit till 2024, 2025. That removes that restriction, and this is going to be an important liquidity event for SoftBank. So when you add the fact that we have shares that didn't have any upside, that we couldn't finance against them, and you add the fantastic partnership we have with Deutsche Telekom, I think this is a great transaction for SoftBank, while being a great transaction for Deutsche Telekom, as they've been very public that they want to have a majority ownership in T-Mobile.
Marcelo, you are joining the board of Deutsche Telekom. I assume that means this is going to be a very long-term investment in Deutsche Telekom.
Yes, as you know, we are always looking for those digital disruptors in anything that's disrupting the way we work, the way we live, and the way we play. And we love what Deutsche Telekom wants to do as it relates to becoming the first truly digital telco. So it's a combination where we can bring all the digital expertise of the more than 300 portfolio companies that we have and bring it to the intersection between communications and digital, or communications and tech. And as we look at everything that's going to happen as in mobility, autonomous vehicles, and others, and the growth of fintechs, I think where these two companies converge, there's a lot more that we're going to be able to do with Deutsche Telekom, and there's a lot more that Deutsche Telekom is going to be able to do with our portfolio companies. So this is why we consider to be a very strategic investment. We become the second largest shareholder after the government, or the largest private shareholder. So it's something that we're in for the long run, and we want to make sure that this is just another great investment.
Right.